Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm inside today. I am in the office and I'm about to do a job that I'm a little bit late for this year, which is ordering my hardy annual seeds that I'm going to sow this autumn. And yeah, I should really be sowing them around now, so I should have ordered them before now, but hopefully shipping won't take too long and they'll come either this week or next week and we can quickly get them in trays and start it off and plant it out for the winter. So hardy annuals are the flowers that we can start off in autumn and we can plant them out in the ground or leave them in the seed trays to overwinter, and they develop a nice strong root system over winter. They can tolerate freezing temperatures, and then we get a head start on early summer flowers next year. So we'll get early flowers hopefully late May, early June time-ish, depending on how the weather goes. So these kind of flowers include things like larkspur, snapdragons, cornflowers, and can't think of anything else off the top of my head. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go shopping for the seeds that I'm going to buy, and I will tell you what varieties I'm buying, and then I'll do a separate video about how I'm sowing them. So this is a seed buying video so that you can see what varieties I'm going to give a go to overwinter this year, and hopefully I'll get a chance to plant them all in the ground before it gets too cold. Last year I kept a lot in trays and I planted them out early in the year and they still did okay and they still flowered quite early. So hopefully this season is going to be successful overwintering season and we'll have lots of flowers early summer next year. So if you've watched my other seed shopping video, then you will know that I mainly shop on Plants of Distinction and Chiltern Seeds. So I think I'm going to head over to Chiltern Seeds to start with and see what they've got on offer for hardy annual seeds. They have a handy section which is for cut flowers, and I will go on there and narrow it down to on the filters to the hardy annuals so that I'm getting the right type of flowers to sow. This time of year I won't be sowing half hardy annuals or anything like that. It is just hardy annuals to put in over winter. So I'll head over to Chiltern's first and then I'll go to Plants of Distinction, I think, just because sometimes one of them will stock something that the other hasn't got in. So I think I'll check out both of those websites. And if you've got any other websites to suggest, then please put them in the comments down below. So already I can see that I am too late to the party really for buying hardy annuals to sow in autumn, because there's a few things that I like to grow, like corn cockle, that are already out of stock. There's some amaranthus on here which actually isn't, I wouldn't class that as a hardy annual, so I'm not sure why that is on there. I think I might do some Ami Majus, and I've probably mentioned this in my videos before, but make sure you check how many seeds are in the seed packet before you buy. So there's 100 seeds in the seed packet, and I don't think I'll be wanting more than 100 Ami Majus for early spring next year, so I'm just going to put one of those in my basket. I might also do a bit of Ami Visnaga. I normally can't grow Ami in my fields that I originally started flower farming in because it gets some kind of issue with it where it just doesn't form any roots. It doesn't produce a very good plant and it all just dies off. But this year I planted some in my new back field next to the polytunnel, and that seems to have done okay this year. So I'm going to give that one another go, I think, this year, and make sure I plant it around the back. And then I think I'm going to add a couple of packets of the annual ornamental mixed grass seed packets in there. I've got some nice stuff in there this year, so I definitely will grow that again. Some Auroch here as well, might go for that. It's the Plumes variety, which is a darker red. Although I did have loads of self-seeded Auroch this year, which has been really, really good. So I'm just going to put some in my basket anyway. And with the hardy annuals that I'm going to sow this autumn, I don't have a strict planting plan for it because I'm not really sure how things are going to overwinter. So I'm just going to sow as much as I can to overwinter because I'm never going to fill all of the beds that I'm going to have empty over winter. And whatever goes well, goes well, and whatever doesn't. And then when it comes to spring, when I'm doing my summer bed plans, then that's when I can take into consideration the flowers that are already in the beds. So I'm not too concerned about the quantity and planning everything rigorously. That's maybe not the best thing to say, but I think that it's good to plan, but also I'm just looking at the seeds that I would like to have early next spring, and I'm just kind of winging it, but also using my past experience as well. Okay, oh yeah, so last year I didn't grow any, not last year, the year before, I didn't grow any cornflowers because I thought they were really annoying, but actually I grew them this year and I quite enjoyed having them in the field. So I'm going to grow some more of that this year. So I'm adding some of the polka dot variety to my basket. And do you know what? I've never grown Cerinthe before. Maybe I ought to purchase some Cerinthe and see what it goes like. I know that I've looked at these before and you barely get any seeds for this. It's £2.25 for a packet and you get 22 seeds in each one. Wow. I'm going to order three packets. What else shall we have? Okay, so I'm going to definitely order some of this Larkspur, the Cloud series. I really liked this year. I'm going to get the blue one and the white one, Snow Cloud and Blue Cloud. Okay, and then I think I'm going to go for some Larkspur. Misty Lavender is always a winner. Salmon Beauty, also always a winner. Smoky Eyes, love Smoky Eyes. I thought there might have been a mixed packet, but there isn't. Let's just put a white one in there as well. I'm also going to give Euphorbia Snowtop a go. I've grown that one before. 23 seeds in a packet, so I'll get a bit more of that. I might give Bunny Tails a go overwintering as well, because I saw that the allotment florist, they put some Bunny Tails in their polytunnel to overwinter and they got tons of it. So I might give that a go, and I'm also going to give Stocks a go in the polytunnel over winter because I saw that Gemma from Green Rabbit Flowers had some really nice overwintered stocks this year, so I'm going to give that a go as well. Just scrolling past all of the sweet peas now. I know it's tempting with sweet peas because they smell so good, but it's just not worth the effort for me. Okay, I'm heading towards the stock section here. I'm going to get the vintage brown variety because I grew a couple of these in the polytunnel early spring from a February sowing, and they were really, really nice. So I'm going to get a couple of packets of those. And I'm going to get apricot. Put a packet of apricot stocks in my basket. Maybe also this Miracle Yellow variety because I'm liking that. And Apple Blossom. Yes. I think we've got a nice selection there. Okay, and then I managed to grow Nigella for the first time successfully this year. So I'm going to put a few packs of Nigella in my basket. I'm going to go with Albion Green Pod and Miss Jekyll Rose. I mainly had blue ones this year, so I'm hoping I can have some nice ones this year. There's one that I always like the look of, and I can't remember what it's called now. Oh yeah, that's it, African Bride. Put a bit of that in my basket. Okay, so my basket's full now. I've got 30 seed packets in my basket. Give you a quick run through. I've got Ami Majus, Ami Visnaga. I've got an annual ornamental mixed grass seed packet. I've got some Auroch, some Atriplex hortensis, the plumes variety. I've got cornflowers, the polka dot variety. I've got some Cerinthe, which I've never grown before. That will be a new one to me. I've got a few different varieties of Larkspur. I've got the Cloud series, which is like a really delicate branching variety, which you could probably compare it a little bit to Gypsophila. I grew the white one this year, but I'm growing the blue one. Going to give that one a go this autumn. And then I've got Misty Lavender, which is my favourite, Salmon Beauty, Smoky Eyes, and White King. And then I've got Euphorbia, Snowtop variety. I've given that one a go before and it was really nice, so I'd like to have a bit more of that in future. And then I've got a few different stock varieties. I've got Vintage Brown, Apricot, Miracle Yellow, and Apple Blossom. And they're really nice pale colours, so I'm hoping I can overwinter those and have a nice early crop of stocks to come out of the polytunnel. And then I also have Nigella, Albion Green Pod, Nigella, Miss Jekyll Rose, and African Bride, Persian Jewels, and some Orleia, and some of this canary grass, which isn't actually suitable for autumn sowing, but I'll get a packet of that anyway. It's just a little straggler on the end there. So that's what I'm going to get from Chilton's, and then I'm going to go and have a look at Plants of Distinction and also mole seeds, because I might get something a bit interesting from there as well. Okay, so here I am on the Mole Seeds website, and this one's a little bit different because it's more of a wholesale kind of website, although you don't need an account specifically to order from this company. So they come in grams, and then you have to look on here how many seeds come per gram so that you can work out roughly how many you're going to need. But I've just clicked on the Cut Flowers Annuals option on the menu, and I can see already there's a few things here that I'm going to purchase, which is the corn cockle, for example, because I couldn't get that on Chilton's seeds. And I'm also going to get some snapdragons off this website as well. I'm not sure why the snapdragons didn't show up on Chilton's seeds when I clicked on annual seeds, but I don't know. So not all of these are hardy annuals. Some of them are half hardy annuals and things that I wouldn't sow in September. For example, the amaranthus and asters and things, I wouldn't sow those this autumn. But if you go on the specific variety that you're looking to buy, it will tell you whether you can autumn sow it usually. So you just have to look at the information and learn as you go along which things are suitable for autumn sowing and which things aren't. So I'm going to go in and definitely get lots of this Potomac lavender snapdragon because I just love the stuff. I think I'm going to get 250 seeds of that, and then if I don't sow all of that, at least I've got some for another succession to sow next spring for early spring flowers. And then I'm going to go for 5 grams of this corn cockle. I'm not sure, that Purple Queen one doesn't really look like me, so I don't think I'm going to go for that one. It just looks a little bit too like a horrible bright purple colour. No offence if that's what you like, but I'm just not into that kind of thing. Potomac Orange looks good. I think I might go for that as well. I might just get 100 seeds of that one. And maybe Potomac Pink as well. Have a bit of that. 100 seeds. Oops. Buplurum. Shall I try Buplurum? I think I might do it. Technical information. 400 seeds per gram. So I only need the smallest amount, which is 2.5 grams. Another thing that I've never grown here is Cleome. Not sure how keen I am on that. It's because when I first started, I went on a flower farmer's course with Georgie Newberry from Common Farm Flowers, and she said she didn't like growing it, and it instantly put a bias on it, and I just didn't want to grow it after she said that. So I think she said she didn't like it because it was spiky. Let's have a look. Maybe we ought to put some Dorcas in. Half a gram will do me for that one. I might get some Saponaria, some white, and then some of the Pink Beauty as well. The least it comes in is 25 grams, that's quite a lot. Okay, there's a few more stocks here. I know that the Cat's stocks are very good, so maybe I'll just buy a few of the Cat's variety. I might go for the Lavender Blue. And I think that's about it from... Let's go with some Cat's Pink. Yeah, I think that's it for mull seeds. And then I'll have a look at Plants of Distinction just to see if they've got anything different. So in summary, what I've purchased from mull seeds is Snapdragon, Potomac Lavender, Agrostemma, which is Corncockle Bianca variety, Snapdragon, Potomac Orange, Potomac Pink, Buplurum Griffithy, yeah. Going to overwinter that. It worked quite well last year, but I think the slugs got some of it. I think that's why, or the rabbits, that's why it didn't, I didn't get loads of plants off it this year, but hopefully we'll try again next year. Dorcas, Saponaria, pink and white varieties, and a couple of the stocks, Cat's variety, a lavender blue and a pink. Okay, so the camera battery died last minute before I was about to say that I'm off to the Plants of Distinction website. But I went on the Plants of Distinction website and there isn't actually anything that I'm going to order on there anyway. So my autumn sown flower order comes to just over £100, I think, and I've got lots of seeds to be getting on with, so hopefully the delivery won't take too long. This time of year I always find it really difficult to stay on track with everything that's meant to be done at this time of year, because obviously you've got end of season fatigue and the weather's starting to cool down and all you want to do is kind of have a bit of a relax, but there's still loads of stuff to do out in the field. There's loads of flowers to sow, seeds to sow and things to get ready for next year, so I always end up being a little bit late with things at the end of the season, but I am working on it and I'm hoping to get better at it as time goes on, but I can usually get by with the way that I do things at the moment. So hopefully it won't make too much of a difference to the flowers that we are going to get in the future anyway. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if these are the kind of varieties that you're choosing for your autumn sown hardy annuals, and I will be back when all of the seeds have arrived so that we can get them sown ready for planting out over winter and early spring flowers. Next week, I will be tidying up the mess that this pig causes in my greenhouse. So join me then, and I will see you next time. Thank you, guys.